Okay, so we have retrieved an individual entity, and we've retrieved a collection of entities that even match criteria, certain criteria. But what about the entities that are related to our entities? How do we load them and keep that relationship intact? So in other words, I have an order. How do I get to the order items that are associated with that order? And previously, in previous versions of the entity framework, there was a feature called lazy loading, where if you wanted to, after you've done your initial query, then go and just even reference a property of a related entity, Entity Framework behind the scenes would quietly go off and do the query for you. Well, that caused a lot of people headaches because it would potentially explode out the number of queries and conversation between your application and the database. And entry-level developers or people that just weren't experienced with the Entity Framework didn't realize what was really going on, and they would bring databases to their knees with all of the data that was going back and forth between the application server and the database. So that's been turned off, and what you have to do now is perform an operation that was previously not the default, called eager loading, and you perform eager loading by using the includes method. So watch this. Let's do this. Let's go var orders equals db orders. We'll just do where dot total amount is greater than 100. All right, so that'll filter out one of the records. But now what I want to do is use include, and then I want to use the name of the navigation property that I can use to actually go and grab that data. So in my case, it's order items, right? And by navigation property, what does that mean exactly? Let me get to the end here. Let me push this off to another line of code. We take a look at this property, this order items property. In a sense, this is a navigation property that allows me to navigate from one order to one or more order items. So that's what they mean by the navigation property. It could go the reverse way as well. If we had a reference back to the original order, then it would be the navigation property to get from a single order item to its parent order. All right, so at any rate, let's now do this. We'll do a for each where we grab each order in orders. And then what I'm going to do inside of here is another for each to grab each order item. So order.order items. And in here, I'll do a console.writeLine. Whoops. Yeah. Let's go OI dot the order item ID. Or let's just do the product. That'll be more distinctive, I think. And that should be all we really need. Okay. So let's see this at work. All right. So hopefully you understand the significance of this. I was able to say, look, not only give me the orders, but also give me the order items as well, all in one query. So it's going to do an inner join, grab all the data, pull it back, populate instances of my entity classes, and then allow me to navigate through from order to order items using the order items property. Okay, so that's how I get to a related entity. I use the include helper method.